such person.
Would you have said the same for Raila Odinga when he called upon Kenyans to boycott some brands,
you see,
a few years back because they were owned or controlled by his rival?
The difference between, and this is what really annoys me, any comparison between Gachagua and Raila Odinga is an insult to the Kenyan people. Because Raila Odinga pronounced was based on the local politics. It was so much localized that you boycott this product because of the political conflicts that are internal. But when you start announcing and pronouncing to the international community that this country is so chaotic, you are creating a lot of imaginary things that portray the country in very negative light, to discourage people from coming to the country, or portraying to the other parts of the world that Kenya is in a situation that is not attractive to the tourist. Okay. It's extremely bad and unpatriotic.
We're very fast headed towards the 1 year mark countdown, so that we can begin the countdown to the next election. Yeah. Now DStv, which is probably the biggest challenger for UDA in Mount Kenya region, has a member of parliament.
Yes.
Does that change the game in any way?
Now we get back to what we have always said on this panel, that the fact that people will be voting in Nabuhisa village in Bungoma, for example, if I stand in Nabuhisa village in Bungoma and see people voting there, I should not be so blinded to think that people in Moyale or people in Ikarachonyo are not voting. People will be voting all over the country. So you cannot use a decision or the kind of voting pronounced in one part of the country or one section of the part of the country to imagine that that is how the country is going to vote. In any case, it is very demonstrative. It has been very evident that the president has tried to ensure equity and equality in terms of development all over the country, as it's stated in Article 10 of the Constitution. That is the kind of thing that we should be looking at, that for the first time, we have a president who is ensuring that there is equal distribution of wealth, there is equal distribution of resources, there is equity in terms of access to opportunities.
That's not the
something
narrative
that has never happened before. By the way, now, back to Olkalawa again. Those people have been so much discriminated by previous governments. But there I was told that there are some sections of that constituency that got tarmac for the first time when President Ruto became president. And that is why I will easily say that I'm backing up my point, that for the first time we are having a president who is ensuring that there is equity and equality within the republic.
He has also created a different narrative, that Olkalao, for one reason or another, deserved the level of attention from government that they got, that CSs, PSs, all of them descended on one constituency within the last 1 week towards a by-election with goodies and everything. And now Kenyans from elsewhere are asking, okay, should we expect the same? Don't you think that the government has shot itself in the foot because they cannot replicate what they did in Olkalao?
Not really. I think the government is doing a lot in other parts of the country. The only difference is that all the media stations and all the publicity was focused on Olkalao because of the by-election. But if you go to all other parts of the country...
Where else were they receiving mattresses, branded government of Kenya, Fwamba?
You are the media, and you just needed to walk around and see.
There were other places?
You'll obviously see the Minister of Special Programs taking care of other places in the country.
We did not even see people in Nyanza, who have the biggest lake basin, getting boats now, but they are boats for small dams in Olkalao.
But they are... There's a MV, is it Uhuru or something? And Nyanza got a ship on Lake Victoria just the other day. It did not have to take a by-election for those things to happen. So I'm saying that whatever was highlighted in the media during the by-election time was because of the event of that time. And that's how Olkalao was highlighted. But I'm so much convinced, and it has been evident that in so many parts of the country, there's development that is ongoing as per the government programs.
Before, we will be speaking to someone on phone in a short while, but if we could compare this by-election with the previous one, the last, there are so many, Mbere, North, and Malava, and if we could compare what people in Malava got from